like to first, thank the fans again for what a great showing today to come out and support us. It wasn't a great soccer game, unfortunately, for them and for the program, with the way that it became very combative very quickly. But I thought our team stayed very disciplined in a game that could have been potentially out of hand, and they didn't retaliate on some things that were done off the ball. So I'm very proud of how they handled it, and we were very disciplined. To play 70 minutes a man down is difficult, and especially for us that we want to have the ball. We're typically not the ones that are defending in that deep of a shape. So to absorb and still find a couple chances and hold them to 6 shots to our 5 on a day you're down a man, I think, again, says a lot. And I think the foul count also was a pretty indicative day of how things were done on the field.
Were you disappointed with the way the style of play turned out in a game that was kind of this anticipated and this kind of, elite college soccer matchup?
Yeah, I was. I mean, it's they're a really good team and a good program, and I really felt that it was going to be just a really good game. And we play physical, we play tough, and I thought today, things extended farther than I think any of us would like. And but again, you got to deal with situations, and it may not be the last time. So I felt bad for our fans and the national audience today that didn't get to see IU soccer do what we're capable of doing. And again, I can't speak for how Stanford likes to play, but again, just for us, we would like to have seen a different way the game went.
Was there anything you guys could have done differently to, I guess, dilute the play after it reached a certain point? Was it just going to be one of those games?
Well, I mean, you just got to stay and keep at it. I mean, it's really the referee's got to want to control that situation, and there just was very little rhythm of the game because there's so many tactical fouls, and it just kind of spirals, and it killed a lot of attacks and what could have been a creative moments in games, and that's the part the referee can only control. We can just keep telling our guys, keep trying to do things and stay in the right frame of mind and not lose their cool, which again, I was really pleased that none of our players went to that point today, which easily could have happened, I think, to other teams. We didn't have a red card, I don't think, in the last 2 years, and not a yellow card suspension. So I think it says, again, a lot of our discipline of our team. We can play tough, but we know where to stay in bounds.
After losing Grant, what did you tell your team to get them composed at halftime?
Grant's a big loss because of what he brings, and certainly the aerial presence to deal with a lot of their play that was going pretty direct into our back line. So Billy's excellent in the air, and then we were able to play Timmy, which I thought Tim did a nice job in playing some serious minutes in a big game. Just stay focused and disciplined, because it's easy to get, especially the way we attack with our outside backs, it's easy to get forward and kind of lose sight again if we're playing a man down. So our what-if shape, we just had to pick and choose when to go forward, and love to have seen it a few more times, but it just wasn't to be. And again, they were spending a lot of energy defending. But a draw, being a man down for 70 minutes, if you would have told me that at the time, I say that's a good result in the end.
It's a real physical game for you guys. Do you think that kind of gets you guys ready for the tough Big Ten play that you're about to get into?
The Big Ten it's a physical league. There's a lot of good soccer. I mean, I think our game Friday is a great indication of what you see with an IU Maryland game. It's a great battle, but played really well and great soccer. And it's a physical game, and I think that will be a great showcase come Friday, with two really quality teams that also kind of want to impose their will in the game. And I'm excited for that game Friday. And Maryland's got quality side, and again they're a nice team. So again, it was just the way this game played out, and it's a good learning lesson too for our players, and we talked about that.
Just how tough is Kratos?
He is a tough guy. He's got half his tooth out, and he just kept going. And again, talk about someone that just goes about his business and didn't get rattled. I mean, he got hit in the head later in the game and was fine. And Derek's a fifth-year senior that I think really embodies, a toughness of IU, and makes others around him better. And he stayed really composed and had a really good game and had a lot to do because, again, the ball was served quite often in the air to our back line, and he didn't back off one time with that tooth, thinking he might have another one pop out. So he did a really good job.
How big was Colin with a couple of those saves he made in the second half?
Great. I mean, to get a shutout, that's one of our goals. And again, unfortunately on Friday, that goal is a tough one. You give a shutout, mark that you're trying to hit for the year, and those are tough goals to give up Friday. But tonight he made one or two key saves and managed the game well. Came out for a few punches that he needed to do, and again, I think exuded confidence to our team, and that's ultimately what a goalkeeper that's got several years of starting in him does. It keeps everyone calm in front, but very focused and ready.
Anything else?
Looking back at the whole weekend, what's kind of the mindset of the team now heading into the Big Ten play?
We're in a good place. I mean, no question. I mean, the 4 games that we opened up with to still, just have 3 wins and a draw against the quality that we had says a lot to where we are. We are still building and getting better. I do feel our team will look different in 2-3 weeks and a month, and as we get better. I mean, we're not close to the finished product, and yet a lot of the things that I saw this weekend was positive. Got some new guys some minutes, rotated a little bit more today. Some didn't get in today that I think we'll see in the future. So again, we got some depth in our team, and again, I like where we are heading into Big Ten.
I have to ask, there was a video of punch being thrown at Billy that's kind of gone viral. Have you
Right.
seen that yet?
The guys were talking about it, and it's one of those things that you hate to see in our sport, and I would be very disappointed if that ever happened with one of our that we would take internal discipline. But again, it's just a good example and a good learning opportunity for our players to know that there's not a place for that, and there's no place for retaliation, which we didn't do. So again, I was proud of the way we guys handled that.